Summer is coming fast and furious, and with that comes mosquitoes. So who better to give us the hard truth on those pesky insects than 9 News medical expert Dr. Payal Kohli. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. I'm excited to talk about mosquitoes.
I mean, we're talking about, I swear they love me. They attract me. I don't know why. I hate them. I get all of the bumps and the things. So we're going to play a little fact or fiction when it comes to mosquitoes. So first off, certain blood types are more susceptible to mosquito bites.
So this is partially fact and partially fiction. So there's some old studies that tell us that blood type O tends to attract mosquitoes more. Now, newer studies haven't really been able to replicate that. So we think it may be a minor factor. And really what's more important is your body odor, the bacteria that live on your skin, how much carbon dioxide you exhale off, and even the temperature of your skin.
I'm not an O. I'm an A. I was like A positive. So that's definitely it.
It must be your odor.
Great. Okay, identical twins tend to attract mosquitoes at more similar rates than non-identical twins.
This is a fact.
Really?
So there's some X factor here about genetics, and we've looked at identical twins, and they seem to have same attractiveness as compared to fraternal twins who still have overlapping genetics, but not quite as similar as identical. So something we don't quite understand, but probably has to do again with how you exhale carbon dioxide, what bacteria lives on your skin, and just in general what the composition of your skin is.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, there will be lower mosquito population because we had a dry winter.
This one is a fiction, okay, because what we think is that paradoxically, sometimes dry winters can actually cause mosquitoes to congregate around bodies of water. So we've seen, for example, West Nile transmission can actually go up after you have a really dry and cold winter. And we also think it's the spring and summer temperatures, and we're having nice warm temperatures now, that can affect mosquito populations more.
Okay. Scratching mosquito bites makes them worse.
Definitely a fact. I'm a scratcher. I'm a scratcher. I will admit that up front. But what you do is, so when you get a mosquito bite, the mosquito injects its saliva into your skin, and that has these proteins that stimulate your immune system to react to it. So when you scratch it, you cause more immune stimulation. You also stimulate the nerve endings. So scratching begets more scratching. It feels right good in that second, but a few minutes later, you're going to be paying for it. You can also break down the skin and you can get infections. So definitely don't scratch them. If you feel itchy, what do you do, Corey?
She said slap it. I don't know. Really?
Yes, and even slapping somewhere else potentially can distract your nerve endings. So that's not a bad idea. You slap it because you stimulate the nerve endings in a different way. But I like to use a cold compress or use a little like over-the-counter hydrocortisone cream because that can settle the
I just itch it, you know, in the moment. Okay, if you get West Nile, you definitely will know because you get sick.
No, this is a fiction for sure. So most people, 70 to 80% that get bitten by a mosquito carrying West Nile will have no symptoms at all. If you do have symptoms, about 20% of those people will have kind of that flu-like illness. And thankfully, less than 1% end up going on to severe West Nile that involves the nervous system and the brain.
Only female mosquitoes bite people.
Yes,
I did not know that.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, and so male mosquitoes, they feed off of nectar and, you know, plant juices and such. Female mosquitoes need the blood, the proteins from your blood to actually develop their eggs. So it's only those female mosquitoes that are causing us trouble.
Wow, bug zappers are highly effective at controlling mosquitoes. No, really?
So, in fact, very unlikely to catch your mosquitoes. It gets the other types of insects, but not so much those mosquitoes.
Okay, lastly, mosquitoes are attracted only to light.
False. They're attracted to that water. It can be as little as like a cap full of water. So if you've got a bird bath in the backyard, you've got a planter that has water in the saucer at the bottom, you got to get rid of that. They're really attracted to, as we talked about, many of those other things as well, your skin temperature, carbon dioxide, etc.
Oh, I'm itching just watching this video right now. Dr. Kohli, thank you so much.